So hello, it's John here, and we're going to look through the League One fixtures today and tomorrow. We are finally on the first day of League One, and guess what? I'm working. I can't believe it. I'm working till 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to miss it. Believe you me, I'm going to have my earbud in. I really am going to have my earbud in. I'm in a meeting, training people, my earbud's in there. I don't care what they say. My earbud's in there, keeping one ear on this game. So we'll go through the league fixtures. I'm gonna go through, try and do it nice and quickly to stop boring you to death. It's Barnsley versus Mansfield that they've decided at 8 o'clock to be going into the season first. Barnsley, they're a really strong side. They finished strong. They've kept a really good strong side. They made a little bit of a change here and there, but not a great deal. I think they managed to toughen up and train up that back line a little bit better now, which was probably where they needed to be. Pre-season sort of shows us a little bit of that. I think the front line is a little bit. It's not showing where it's going to get the goals from. I don't think. Not in this league, not at the top half anyway. But Mansfield are my ones to watch. These could actually pull a bit of a shocker. You know, I could actually see this being a draw. But I'm not going to go for a draw. And I really don't like going for 2-1. 2-1 is one of those scores where, oh yeah, we'll go for 2-1, and it's 90%. Well, a big percentage of the games are finished 2-1, don't they? You get ahead and you shut the door at the back and you just try and stick to the 2-1. It happens too often. So I'm going to go with Barnsley 3. Get the middle of the camera. I'm switched it back to front. Mansfield 1. Now going on to Saturday 5:30, and we're going to start with Birmingham. Now Birmingham City are at home to Reading. Reading haven't made any changes on or off the pitch. They really needed to do changes off the pitch. They desperately needed to get some form of stability behind the scenes. They haven't done. Really worried about this side. They desperately need to do this for the fans. I really do feel sorry for the fans. I said this in the last video, and I really do. I hate to see fans being treated in this manner. However, they're away at Birmingham, and I can't see them getting very much out of Birmingham. Will Alfie may be able to score freely against Reading? I don't think he'll score. I don't think the scores. I was thinking about a 4, but I'm thinking I don't see them being able to score 4. I think it's going to be Birmingham 3, Reading 0. We go to Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers, who, yeah, Matt Taylor's trying to do something a little bit different. He's trying to change the style to his style, and I'm not quite sure keeping people at the back and just lobbing it forward and trying to get that goal, trying not to let a goal in, basically. I'm not sure that's really something the fans are enamoured about. From what I've heard, they're not quite playing his style at the minute. At the end of last season, it went rather badly, rather pear-shaped. I think that we're going to have a problem for Matty Taylor here. I think even though Northampton Town have made some signings, but not great ones, I think they may very well be able to hold hold Bristol Rovers, or even get a win. But where I think Northampton lie in the sort of skills-wise, I'm going to go for Bristol Rovers 1, Northampton Town 1. Then we go on to Burton, and it's Burton Albion versus Lincoln City. I have a quick scan of my notes on Burton Albion. Now, this is an exciting time for them, isn't it? New manager, new owner, decent lower league, League One signings. Burton have really tried to turn it around, and they're trying to, against all the original thoughts of the people doing predictions, were that Burton were going to be near the bottom end. But they've sort of made a few changes to try and say, we can do this. However, they're playing a Lincoln side that finished excellent. They've not done, I don't think they've really done any really big movements. They don't have to. They haven't made great inroads into market this summer. Didn't have to. Didn't need to. We've got a Lincoln City side that are so confident. When I looked at the confidence ratings, I couldn't help but think that the Lincoln City fans were of the teams of a lower size. These had the biggest confidence rating of all. I think it's going to be Burton Albion 1. I think they will score. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go Lincoln City 2. Gone for a 2-1. How could I? Then we got Crawley, and it's Crawley Town versus Blackpool. Now Crawley Town are they did lose some of their good players, and I'm really sad that they didn't really replace them. They got great fighting spirit. The fans are brilliant, but I think Blackpool will be too much for them. I think it's at home, so they may have a little bit of hold on this. But if we have enough Blackpool fans down there to really roar their team on in this first game, then they could do a little bit better. But it's a hell of a long journey. I don't think they'll be taking too many. I don't think Crawley's got that much away allocation, I should think, to Blackpool. This is actually quite difficult. I'm going to go for Crawley 0, Blackpool 1. I think Exeter City versus my side, Rotherham. Now there's a lot of Rotherham fans and a lot of Rotherham players that remember all those certain manager coming from Exeter to Rotherham and messing it up. Players coming from Exeter and not particularly being any good. One of those, Nombe, may be playing £1 million for a player that can't score. I just can't see this. There's more political to this than there is football. I'm going to have to go Exeter 1, Rotherham 1. So now I go to Leyton Orient versus Bolton. Leyton Orient are a team that a lot of people don't really know where they're going to be. They overachieved last year. They did quite well. They made some good signings. They sort of improved a little bit, but not a huge amount. They've got a pretty good side, really. But Bolton, let's face it, they were flying last year, and what they did in the playoffs, God only knows. I can't see, even though Leyton Orient they're sort of really good at, especially at home, they have a great ability to turn nothing into something. But will they turn nothing here into something? Can't see it. I'm because of I know people are sort of looking at Bolton, and they're not quite sure. Some of them are not quite sure where to put them because it's the outgoings that people are looking at and thinking, are they still going to be able to score as many as they were last year? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it's going to be Leyton Orient 0, Bolton 3. Some good scoring. Now here we go. This is a humdinger. This is the first humdinger of the day. It's 5:30 and it's at Peterborough. Peterborough are at home to Huddersfield Town. And do I have to say anything? Peter have lost a lot of players, but they intended to. They wanted to make up a different style of play. As far as I'm aware, they have done, and they've trained people on that, and they've tried to drill the training properly to get them into the new style of play. They intended losing their captain. I was told that way before the transfer window started, and they did. So I'm not worried about Peterborough's losses. It was planned. Huddersfield into League One for the first time. Very confident. Now I'm thinking, unlike Birmingham, I think that these could be too confident and too overconfident. I'm actually going to go for Peterborough United 2, Huddersfield 2. Stevenage Shrewsbury. This is one of those games where you a manager with a point to prove, hasn't he? I mean, Steve Evans came to Rotherham and left them with the number 2 there. I think Stevenage will be, they really will be out to make a point, and they're at home. And they're at home against a side, Shrewsbury, that, Paul Hurst does a really good job down there, and it's his second stint, but, they've lost a player or two that would have been crucial to keeping them up. Can't go past the fact that we're expecting Shrewsbury to do over the 46 games quite poorly. I'm going to go for Stevenage 1, Shrewsbury Town 0. Moving on to Stockport County versus Cambridge, and Stockport County versus Cambridge, we have a Stockport team that a lot of people don't know where to put them because they're straight up from League One, but they have done some pretty good signings. I mean, Callum Connolly for one, and there's several others as well. There's at least 2 or 3 others that are quite really, really good for Stockport, especially coming up from League Two to get really good League One, and I would say possibly even lower Championship players. So I think that they've done really well. And they're playing a Cambridge side that is sort of, they've retained Kai. But they have got 1 or 2. They've probably got about 2 decent signings in. But they only improved a fair bit. I'm going to have to go with one of those 2-1 scores that I don't like doing. But I think it's going to be Stockport County 2, Cambridge 1. Now we go to Wigan. Now Wigan, these could be the ones that I've definitely jumped them up in my predictions. They were, in my original prediction, they were neck and neck with Reading, assuming Reading would get a takeover and change off the field. And now Reading's sort of dropped back down, and Wigan sort of crept up a little bit. I think there's great belief now in that side, some good, strong signings, and I think that they're going to be one of those sides that certainly could be creeping up on the rails here. But Charlton have done some really brilliant signings. They've also missed out on some good signings, so we do have to think about that. They did target some excellent signings that they just lost to other clubs. But they have still made some damn good ones. Will they all manage to gel when they meet Wigan, and can Wigan turn that home advantage? It's a big journey, this, and it's, if you go and play at Wigan, the fans will make it tough for you. I'm going to go for a shocker. I would be thinking Charlton could just squeeze this, but I've just got a feeling, and it's just my feeling, that it's going to be Wigan 1, Charlton 1. And lastly, Wrexham versus Wycombe. We're going to go with the first game in League One for for the Wrexham. They are at home, but they're home against Wycombe, and Wycombe are a side that can certainly turn it on. They've been in the Championship. They've strengthened throughout. Have they strengthened themselves enough to be able? I mean, not immensely either. They haven't sort of overdone it, so you need a lot of time training the players up. I think they will gel quite quickly what they've got in, and but Wrexham's recruitment has been pretty good. I hate doing it. Wrexham 2, Wycombe 1. So that's my scores for today. And we're going to go, we'll probably go through and have a quick chat on over the weekend and on Sunday, Monday, and we'll probably discuss the outcomes and what I thought and what actually happened. Have a nice day. The League One season is upon us, and please do drop in when I do my lives on Saturday. It is an early day for me. It's a late day today, and it's an early morning start. So I still intend trying to get into those games on a Saturday. So we will be doing the 5:30 games from League One. I will also be doing the 12:30 games from the Championship. So we'll be on probably about 12:15. So watch for the live link, because we will be going live. Starting off with the Championship, going through League One. The football season is upon us, and it's John with his first Week 1 predictions. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, and click the bell.